You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's The Musketeers After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's The Musketeers After Show.
Hey! I love that little yeah part in there. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to AfterBuzz TV, your one and only spot for after show entertainment. If you're here for the Musketeers, you're in the right spot. If you're not, stick around. You might learn something. What's up and welcome. I'm your host, Ryan Hooks. Joining me in the studio today, hey ladies.
Hi.
How you doing?
We're great.
Yael Tygiel.
I'm talking for us. We're doing great over here.
So great.
Yeah.
Good times. Kate Aquillano.
How's it going?
What up? Lizzie. Where's Maui? We miss you.
We
She's
miss
sick.
Food poisoning.
We'll see you next time. Never
Not
eat
fun.
El Pollo Loco ever again.
Yeah, lesson learned.
Lesson learned. Problem solved. So, episode 2, Sleight of Hand.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
So here's what I'm fearing just after this episode is that it's going to be a procedural show.
I was thinking that towards the end of the episode.
Like, here's the story of the week, guys. Here's what's happening. Is that what we're in
And
for?
it closes very neatly with its little bow, and
Yeah.
everyone's fine.
Well, and then
Is this Law and Order all of a sudden?
they've progressed the story a little bit in terms of the Cardinal's up to no good,
Mm-hmm.
Milady's involved. But yeah, there was like a neat little package of the episode.
Yeah.
And D'Artagnan's kind of I thought it would be a little bit more until he's in with the Musketeers. I know he's not quite a Musketeer yet officially, but he's definitely
He's proving himself.
proving himself. I thought there would be a little bit more time before he was in with the three of
Dude,
them.
the bros
He's
already.
pretty
They're
much
so
in.
bro.
He's not even just in with the three of them. Like Captain
Treville
Treville is like,
using him for
yeah, like you're part of the
If he
team.
dies, he dies. But we'll
but
figure
for
this
this
out. We'll save the
top
queen.
secret mission. Let's use D'Artagnan, who's not even a Musketeer.
Yeah.
But you know what? I honestly wouldn't necessarily be that mad if it became procedural.
Really?
I like the stylization of the show.
Mm-hmm.
I like the costumes. I like the sword fighting. There's some explosions. People gets killed. So there are things about it that are better than Law and Order.
Whoa.
Whoa, check the brakes.
Here's the thing. I watch a lot of Law and Order Special Victims Unit, and anybody who's seen any after show I find a way to reference it. So I don't need another procedural. I have NCIS and Law and
Love
Order,
NCIS.
and I have all my procedurals. We're good. This is supposed to be a serialized, amazing Musketeer drama.
It is amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing, but it's supposed to be a serialized drama, and it needs to not be procedural.
Well, and that was my comment last week is where, once they get so much of the story and how is it going to progress?
Right.
And we are interested in seeing what that's going to be. So we've got 2 episodes. So far, it seems like it's heading towards procedural. We will find out very soon,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
as long as next week isn't procedural, we're fine.
Yeah, they need to have some storylines over more than one
Yeah.
episode.
I agree. But I liked the way that this episode was filmed a lot better than last week because it didn't seem so jumpy. It seemed like there was a very good flow to the story.
Mm-hmm.
Like last week, it just seemed like they were kind of all over the place, introducing characters and some plots and people's thought processes and what they were
Yeah.
wanting to do and not do. But this week, it seemed like, a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, last week was, like you said, they needed to introduce so many people.
Mm-hmm.
They had to, set the main plot line, and it was just jumping so much. But this one was better. It flowed, and even though it was procedural,
Right, I agree.
I enjoyed it.
So I have a question then for you, since you two are less familiar with the Musketeers and the characters and the storylines. Did you find it hard to follow?
This week?
Yeah, like with who's who and
No.
I didn't. I thought it was really easy to follow. Maybe that's justification for how the first one was a little jumpy, but it did its
but
job.
now you know
we know
who's
who
who.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have the stereotypes a little bit in your mind.
Aramis, come on.
Oh
Yeah,
my God, Aramis, you're so dreamy. You're such a pimp.
So dreamy.
Is that what we're calling him? A dreamy pimp?
Aramis is a pimp.
But is he dreamy?
He's super dreamy.
Dude, Santiago Cabrera, yeah, dreamy.
All right.
He's got his own.
He said it, not me.
Oh, I'll say it all day long. I will say it. He's a pimp and he's dreamy.
All right.
Okay.
We're just gonna repeat that the whole show.
I'm just gonna keep telling you guys that
He's a dreamy
He's a
pimp.
Aramis is a pimp and he's dreamy.
Dreamy.
All right.
Get on the same page, guys. Stay with me. Let's talk about this episode and this after show for Sleight of Hand. All right, so our episode kicks off with our good friend D'Artagnan, up to no good, always being the troublemaker. I was a little confused at first because he was dueling, but I didn't know why. But I just thought maybe he was trying to prove himself. And the Red Guards show up, but he's winning the fight.
He's good.
Yeah, he's
But
real
they
good.
got me. I didn't know it was like for a secret plan until a couple scenes later. I was like, oh, he's really arrested and he's really in trouble, and I can't believe they let him do that.
What kind of friends are they?
Yeah, I know
Exactly.
when he first got arrested, I was like, and they were like, whatever, every man for himself. That's our motto. I was like, that's cute. They're going to go save him. Like, okay. And then when they didn't, I was like, all right, so this is a boring show. Like,
Something
they're
must
not
be
gonna,
up.
yeah, they got to explain it. And then they did, and it was wonderful.
I feel like the saving him thing would have been like so predictable. This was so much better than like having be like, oh, well, we'll just go save him, and like they're busting into prison every other week and getting crazy on it.
I feel like we're going to have that prison every week.
The Châtelet.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna be in there every
Yeah.
week.
He was supposed to get executed, but he didn't.
Everyone's gonna get executed in the show at one
Yeah.
point or another.
Sooner or later, every procedural guest will go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we find out that the secret plot was actually to get him in the cell with Vadim, played by Jason Fleming.
Yay.
I know, when we were watching the episode, I was like, is that? And you're like, yep. Like, you saw him immediately. Lock,
Yeah.
stock, and two smoking barrels, Snatch, all
So
kinds of good
great.
stuff. Clash of the Titans. Amazing, Jason Fleming. Thanks for showing up. We appreciate you. And they're trying to figure out, he stole a bunch of gunpowder, and all I could think about was V for Vendetta,
Nice.
the gunpowder treason. But it worked out. D'Artagnan, got in with him.
He's
He
like his best
helped.
friend
They're
now.
BFFs. They
Yeah.
trust each other.
It was very, I'm sorry.
No,
It was
go
just
ahead.
so clear that Vadim was not going to trust him no matter what. We weren't going to, it just was very clear from the beginning. I'm sorry. This episode was super, like, procedural 101.
Yeah, very predictable.
Well, and when the guard comes in, he's like, "You musketeer," and he's like, "Oh wait, I'm not." Just so you know, I'm not a musketeer.
You got the wrong guy.
So that
Somebody else.
was some great acting, yeah.
Yeah. You wait till he says, you're a musketeer, and then you
And then-
explain.
no, that's
Yeah.
not me. I hate them.
No, who's that guy?
Yeah.
So, in between that little bit of information in the cell, we also have Constance who shows up to grill the Musketeers for basically letting him duel, letting him get arrested.
Yeah.
Slaps Aramis, who liked it.
Of course he
The
liked it.
passion, violence comment. I was
Yeah.
like, wait, Aramis, what was that?
Yeah, he's in for it.
Yeah.
He likes it.
Dude, it's gonna get rough with Aramis, I think. He's gonna get himself into some real trouble in the coming weeks.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
a dreamy pimp. He has it coming.
What's up with him and the Queen? What's going down with that?
That's him being a dreamy pimp. I can't wait till we get to the part where I get to say who I think is a dreamy pimp. Let's move on.
Oh, hold on. No, we're not quite to him yet.
I know.
He'll be in the show soon.
Can we get there?
No.
We're
So-
running out of time.
Oh, okay, fine. So basically, they are going into the episode and looking to see what the plan is, trying to figure out what Vadim is up to. And he's escaped. He grabs the Queen because she pardons people on Good Friday. So apparently,
course she does.
This
Yeah.
is like Easter time frame, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice of her.
They made it very clear that it was Easter time.
I'm aware.
Okay.
I'm just letting everyone else know. So after Vadim escapes, and Aramis is a pimp and saves the Queen.
Yeah.
Do we have a little moment? Oh,
They
yeah.
have more than a moment.
Yeah.
There was like some dreamy.
There's
eye
a linger.
connection.
He was on top of her, guys.
Protecting her from gunfire and
Right,
explosions.
But at the same time,
On top of the Queen. And then she touched his face.
because he was
Well,
injured,
he was injured. He had a cut.
and
I
she was
know.
very worried about him.
I was worried. Okay, so we need to talk more about this prison scene, though,
Yeah.
because that was actually really cool. I mean, he got the keys by faking a seizure,
Yeah.
and D'Artagnan convinced him to let him go with him. They let all the prisoners out, which was a smart idea, because then they're just mad rushing everybody. There's guards, there's gunfire, there's musketeers, there's the Queen, there's prisoners. There's a lot going on.
Yeah. It was very good fight sequence.
Hello, Treville, you're fired for firing at them with the Queen standing in the middle.
She moved out
I
of the
know,
way.
yeah. She like moved into the
But
center.
she wasn't. She
I'm
was like,
what are you doing?
ducking in the way until Aramis.
I mean, she just wanted Aramis to save her, so that's why she went there.
Would you want Aramis to save you,
For
Kate?
sure.
Done.
Okay.
We'll make a
We're
phone
gonna
call.
set that up?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in the works already.
Sounds good.
All right. So they go to our good friend Cardinal Richelieu.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. Cardinal Richelieu?
Uh-huh.
What about Cardinal Richelieu?
Keep going.
Oh, now she's getting excited. Yes. Peter Capaldi.
Yay, Peter Capaldi.
Tell me how you really feel. I actually was thinking in the episode, I was like, oh, we haven't seen the Cardinal. Like, I wonder if
I
he's
was
going to not
thinking
show
that
up.
too.
And then all of a sudden, there he is.
Yeah.
Basically, they're telling him the plan, and
Why do they have to keep him updated?
because he runs the show.
They're like, like it's a plot on the king and queen's life, so you'd think they would keep, and like Treville's got it covered. You trust him, but like it's like they were asking him for permission or asking him like what they should or shouldn't
Well, they
do.
kind of are.
But I mean, does the cardinal?
The
have
Cardinal controls the
rule
king.
over the Musketeers and Treville?
He has his own set of guards, the Red
Exactly.
Guards.
So I didn't understand like why they kind of had to like ask his.
He's like an assistant, or not an assistant, like he's counsel to the king with Captain Treville, and so
They were just
they're equals and they keep each other informed in theory.
In
while
theory.
hating each other.
Right.
Okay.
While the Cardinal still does whatever he wants.
Yes.
Exactly.
Because that's what Peter Capaldi does.
So what happens after they leave?
Oh, after they leave was my favorite part.
Me too.
Because Milady shows up.
Lady
Yeah.
scares me.
I love
Dude,
her.
she's the pimp. She's the pimpinest pimp.
She is a dreamy pimp.
Dude.
Let's not. She's not on the same level as Aramis, guys.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Be honest.
She's better. Way better.
Yeah.
She is it. She's the it lady. Mimi McCoy, shout outs to you.
Her scene right then and there when she explains to
The Cardinal, Peter Capaldi.
when she explains to him what she's gonna do to get Darty, that's what I'm calling him, Darty to forgive her. That was first off incredibly
good.
hot, and second,
was kinda hot.
I was like, now he is a dreamy pimp. And I thought that I was with him when he believed that she was gonna be his new Adele.
I believed it right there. I was like, ooh, yeah. I'm sorry. It was my fault entirely, milady. I didn't mean to frame you for framing someone else for killing him. Yeah, I would have forgiven her.
Yeah.
I think anyone would.
You think so?
She's got us a sway. Whatever she says goes.
Yeah.
So do you think that is the case, that although the Cardinal is in charge, kind of calling the shots, and he sort of influences the king, because the king's pretty weak, that Milady could influence the Cardinal?
Oh, for sure. I think she's definitely pulling puppet strings. I think she's in charge.
And it's going to be more and more as the season goes on.
As we proceed into the next episode,
Yeah.
perhaps?
I see what you did there.
See what I did there?
It wasn't clever. Yeah.
Let me just drop this in the pun jar. Done and done. All right, so we're back in the cell, in the underground hidden secret facility,
Yeah.
where Vadim and we meet Felix and D'Artagnan. They're getting their handcuffs taken off, but Felix doesn't trust D'Artagnan, and
Shock.
how could you? Because he's a musketeer. No, I'm not. I'm not a musketeer.
I swear.
No, not me. Not the gumdrop buttons. And they threaten to cut off his fingers, but he doesn't talk, and
He stays strong.
he stays strong. He looks him in the eye. Trust the man that looks him in the eye.
He said he's like, I'm a really good judge of character. I can see in your eye that you're trustworthy. Really? You're a good judge of character? Is that what we're going to call that?
A criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows a criminal when he sees a criminal, and he knows a non-criminal when he sees a non-criminal. Aramis and Porthos go to see the Queen
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
because
yeah.
the Queen wants to thank Aramis.
She called them before.
I love
her.
Porthos' face when she's like, can I speak to your friend in private? And he's just
Alone.
like, what's going
But
on
no, she
here?
doesn't even call Porthos by his name. It's like, oh, Aramis, how are you? Can we have a moment alone? Like, doesn't
She
even know
asked
who
for
he
privacy.
is.
She asked for
Privacy.
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 Doesn't even know who he is.
Yeah, no.
Who's your fat friend? Why does he smell like?
Porthos.
Why is he drunk?
Why does he smell like alcohol?
Because that's what Porthos does.
Yes.
All right, so we did have a little bit of cutting here. This is the part I think that cut the most back and forth with the scenes, because they keep going between the palace and Vadim's plot, because Vadim sneaks off to see his lover Suzette.
Oh, see that.
Insert plot dilemma right here, because D'Artagnan follows him. Felix follows D'Artagnan.
He has to cover his tracks.
Yeah.
And who's best to do that? Constance.
That's what she's good for.
She's just going to continually bail him out every episode.
He's just going to keep showing up and kissing her.
Well, now he lives with her.
Yeah.
He was living with her before.
No. She had said that they needed that their old boarder left.
Oh, well, he was there, though, in the first episode while he was unconscious.
Right.
But, I guess not technically.
She offered him in this episode.
I wonder if the towels there are included.
Communal towels.
No communal towels at this place. That's a nice place.
Because it's her house.
Well, they have a border, so it can't. Maybe other
It's like
people.
a lodge, yeah.
Yeah. No, I think she has an extra room.
And they're just renting it out for extra money.
Yeah, that's what I believe.
I believe that
happening.
too.
Her husband is getting on my nerves, though.
Bonasua. We meet him for the first time, really, this week.
Yeah.
He kind of showed up briefly, but
Yeah.
not important. He's probably going to be short-lived.
Well, yeah.
Something's
Do you
gonna happen.
think he's going to die, or are they going to divorce?
I think he's going to live. I don't know if they're even going to divorce. I think he'll
He'll just disappear. We'll just stop seeing him.
Yeah. Or, he'll get mad or he'll leave and travel or something.
Or he dies.
Or he dies. I don't know. I think he's going to live.
Maybe it'll be an accidental death. Quote unquote. I'm air quoting accidental if
I
you
could
can.
hear your air quotes before you even did it.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Constance likes him, though.
Obviously.
Oh,
Yeah.
she definitely likes him.
There needs to be some romance on the show.
I mean, they're technically the romantic characters in the book.
Right.
So.
But then we've also got the Queen
And Aramis.
and Mr. Dreamy Pimp. And we've
Milady.
got My Dreamy Pimp and Milady.
No, she's not going to go for him. I bet
She's
nothing
just
will
gonna
happen.
use
Yeah,
him.
she's going to use him. I don't think there'll be anything sexual between Milady and the Cardinal.
Why you got to do that to me?
No, here's why.
You're
because
so sad.
Yeah, what the hell?
because then he's going to be available for you, Yael.
That doesn't entertain me on my television. I want to see them.
Oh, you want to see him without his Cardinal robes on?
Yeah, I
Or
do.
what he's wearing under the robes?
I want to know.
Okay.
Moving
Well,
on.
we'll find out. Why are you getting red and embarrassed?
I don't get red and embarrassed.
Oh, you get Yael.
Yeah.
You get mad.
But I just don't
Okay,
want us to
got it.
waste
Cool.
time on this.
No, we're good. We're not wasting time. We're communicating and talking. Constance does like him, though, and I want to know how long till something happens.
Well, they've already
Not
made
long.
out twice.
Yeah.
But both
This is
times it's sort of
gonna
been
accelerate.
forced.
But they both enjoyed it.
She has never engaged in the aspect of starting it.
But she never says no. Or
Oh, well, every time he has a story, quick, someone's watching us. I need you to do it. Oh, I'll pay you. Oh,
well, one time there's going to be no one following him, and then it's just going to happen, and she's going to like it.
I think by the fifth time,
5 times?
before 5 times happens, one of those will be hers that she initiates. I'm making a statement. I think it'll happen.
okay.
Somebody make note.
All right, I'm making up.
5 times.
5
Got
times.
it. So, in the aspect of leaving the house, though, Bonasur shows up, starts screaming and yelling. He escapes because the Musketeers are there to kind of back him up.
Yeah.
But then also, Milady saves him. Sort of like I like this aspect of this little twist because now they're even. Even though she kind of screwed him over a little bit in the first episode, now they're kind of on the same page. Oh, well, I saved you, so now we're even. You can just forgive me and we'll be friends.
You framed me for murder, but whatever. We can be friends again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She didn't even have to try her little, I'm so sorry, I was scared.
I was wondering what they did. I think all 3 of them were there, and they sent Porthos or someone to follow D'Artagnan, and they're like, "We'll take care of this." I'm like, where are you putting 2 dead red guards? And with no one knowing.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't
They
know.
probably stole them. I'm sure they have. I don't know. Maybe somebody made them for them.
What?
Never mind.
Okay.
The costumes.
All right.
They stole the costumes?
Yeah.
But what'd they do with the dead people?
Yeah, what'd they do with the
They
bodies?
buried them with the people at the inn from last week
Okay.
Okay.
on a gross table because it's 1663 or.
They just put him in a
1630.
hole in the forest, and it's fine.
Great. Done. Problem solved.
Done.
Not wrapped up in a tight little bow. Just the way we like it. So the Musketeers go talk to Suzette, and they want to find out what she knows because obviously Vadim has been showing up there. They were friends, more than friends. They were. And we learned that he was a servant in the castle.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
What did he learn when he was a servant in the
All the
castle?
tunnels, all the things that he could steal.
Because
His hatred for the king.
His hatred for the king. So then they suggest that they go speak to our good friend Levue, because he could help. He's the person who runs a lot of the things in the castle. He's in the inner circle of trust.
Valdine did not get in that.
No, definitely
not in
not.
the
He
circle
was
of
a dirty
trust.
servant, and he was gross, and they tried to make him better, but he didn't. And they get all the information about the necklace now.
Yeah.
He robbed him.
Jerk.
Such a jerk.
You know what you can not rob?
What?
iTunes. It's free to download AfterBuzz TV content.
It's not a good segment.
I don't care, because that's what I do, is make weird things happen. Literally. Hey guys,
liked it.
thanks for tuning in. Check us out on iTunes. You can go in and rate our show, give us comments. 5 stars is the best. That's what we go for. There's like 90 shows you can download on AfterBuzz TV, and it's free. Don't you want to do that? I know you do. I do. Every week. That's all. Thanks for tuning in. Back to the show.
The diamond necklace.
The diamond necklace that is not free like iTunes
No.
to download AfterBuzz TV content.
It's not.
It was stolen.
It was stolen, and Vadim was implicated in that situation, but they never caught him because he disappeared like a
Yeah,
genie.
like a genie. I was like, what does that mean?
What a weird like correlation. Like, oh, he's a genie.
He was there and he was not.
He's like smoke. Smoke with your bare hands.
I love what the favorite line. Oh, the next one, the next scene. It was just in my notes, and it's like my favorite line. The
It's
common
the
sense.
best, yeah. The best.
But
You want to get to that
Go
scene?
ahead. No, go ahead. No, you lead us into it.
They go to see the king,
Yes.
and they want to warn him because obviously they think that his life is in danger, and they shouldn't go to Easter Mass and walk around with the commoners. And he goes, "What did he goes?
He says common sense is for commoners,
And I was
not kings."
amazing. And he's like, I'm going. Well, no, the queen was more like, we're going.
Yeah.
No, the queen calls the shots. You could tell. Like,
Well, yeah.
because they already set up several times that the king is very weak, is very manipulatable,
Naive.
naive, kind of stupid, which is naive for stupid people. And basically that they're going to go because D'Artagnan gets this map from Vadim in the scene earlier, basically giving up the plot and what they're going to do. And so now they have the plan, now they have the plot. They're going to go to Mass anyway. I'm in for Mass.
I just want to know if anyone in the audience assumed that what Vadim was telling him was the truth.
If they fell for
Yeah.
it.
Did anybody fall for it?
Never thought he actually trusted him. And he was just telling him things, whatever he needed to tell him to
Yeah.
like move the plan forward.
Up until that moment, Darty says, I really like that nickname. Darty says, like, oh, Vadim only tells me what he wants me to know. He says very little. He doesn't trust anyone. And then all of a sudden he's sitting there and he's like, here's the entire plan. Let me explain every detail for you. How did Darty not go, hey, he's lying?
Red
And like in
flag.
the beginning when they were in the jail originally, he was telling them about, he was doing like a magic
The
trick.
manipulation, right?
About like being, having a
The
diversion.
sleight of hand.
What? Episode title.
So you'd think D'Artagnan would have been like, oh, maybe there's something up here?
Yeah.
But no.
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 Of course not.
No, that's too easy. Because if we just knew what was going on, then what fun would we have in blowing things up and having dead bombs and having Aramis save the queen again?
Again.
He's
I mean,
so
I guess-
dreamy.
He didn't really save her though because the bomb was fake.
But he didn't
But he
know that.
jumped on a bomb. He would jump on a grenade for love.
And she
Really, Bruno Mars reference?
Yes.
At least get it right if you're going to do it. Thank you, Stephen Lemieux in the booth for that commentary. Good
on,
to
come
see you.
It was pretty good.
He jumped
It
on
was
it.
pretty good.
Thanks.
He would catch a grenade
Oh, it's catch.
for...
I thought he jumped on a grenade. Whatever.
No. But it's close enough. I got it.
Sorry,
It
guys.
was good.
No blades here.
It's lots of blades. They're musketeers.
I know it was part of the song.
I know.
Oh,
Moving on.
We almost lost Maria.
We almost lost it.
She's watching.
Creepy.
All right.
We have a copy of Maria Menounos' new book, Every Girl's Guide to Diet and Fitness, here in the studio with us, and it just moved on its own. because Maria's always watching. Because she's a #1 best-selling author.
Yeah.
You should buy it. There's a lot of good things in there.
Yes.
Like recipes. They're good.
And pictures by Stephen Lemieux.
Really?
Yeah. He did them all.
Awesome.
Good job, Stephen.
I didn't do them all, but yeah,
You did a lot of them.
check it out.
Okay, so anyway, we're back to this plan to attack the queen, and Aramis saves her again, but we found out that it was all a trick.
Athos is like, they're all duds. This is not what he's planning. He's gonna rob the palace. I'm like, did that just click?
Well, it's funny because I was watching the first guy like get stabbed with the bomb in his hand, and it never went off. And then the second guy like threw the bomb, and I was like, what about the first bomb? It never went off. And then it didn't go off, and then I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. None of them are bombs.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of annoyed that the first one didn't go off. I was waiting for the explosion.
Right.
And
It never
it
came.
never came. I hate when that happens. And
And
Aramis saves her life. Okay, it was all trick. I'm lost. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know what's going on right now. And so basically they go back to the palace because there's bombs going off at the palace. It was all sleight of hand,
All distraction.
all distraction so that Vadim could steal the rest of the jewels.
I didn't actually see that coming. I mean, I knew it wasn't that wasn't gonna be the plan. In the middle of the street with the king and queen, but I just thought that he was gonna kill him in a different way.
I
didn't
agree.
know it was about robbing them. I should have put that together with because he robbed the necklace, but I never did.
I totally thought that as soon as they got into the carriage and were driving off, that's when he was going to do it. Because he knew that if like there was an attack in the street, they would put them in the carriage and send them off. That's what I thought it was.
I was thinking, like, I always picture kings and queens and like cardinals and stuff like up on towers, like waving at people. And I just pictured like the tower blowing up and like them falling.
That's dark.
Like that. I mean, I'm not saying that's what I wanted to happen. I just like that's where I pictured the attack would be.
I
Like when
also-
they're like up there waving in their balcony and like blowing kisses to the people below, that the whole balcony would just crumble.
That they never like come down to street level.
Right. I didn't realize they would be walking through the streets. Because like even with the bomb being tied up in the tunnel, I was like, oh, that's probably the tunnel of the building that
Right.
they're gonna be in, waving and kissing
okay.
people, like the tower of the church or something, and it's just gonna crumble below them.
Can we talk about the 15-minute candle?
Yes, because that's where I was going next, because we kind of skipped past that part,
Okay.
but we're going to go back. Because D'Artagnan had been captured in the secret meeting after they called him a traitor, and he's tied up to a bunch of gunpowder
A lot of
with a
gunpowder.
15-minute, exactly 15-minute candle.
It's scientific. It's 15 minutes, guys.
He says to him that the candle is exactly going to last for 15 minutes.
He knows.
He says the word exactly. In 1630, I don't think there can be anything exact, let alone a candle.
It reminded me of that scene in Harry Potter and the third one where they have the candles with the time on the side. Because like you could just have it burn down and they could know what time it was.
I don't.
They could know it's exactly 15 minutes based on how thick the candle is and how...
I mean, maybe there's
Exactly.
it's exactly 15 minutes. They tested it.
Well, there was no wind because he did put the little case on there.
Right.
In exactly 15 minutes, this candle will burn out. It will light the gunpowder, and it will go boom.
And then he leaves and he goes, 14 minutes.
Exactly.
I really want to time.
How long it took from 15 minutes exactly to when he actually left?
Yes.
To see if it's exactly 1 minute of time.
Because I don't believe it.
Of real time or of episode time?
Episode
Real time.
No, it has to be episode time. Everything's a little faster.
All right.
High speed fast forward. D'Artagnan is escaping because the bomb's about to go off. Just in time, he pulls the wick out, and then he opens the door and lights the floor on fire.
There's like now 10 fuses going on, and we're like,
great.
Why did you run? Why don't you run? He doesn't run.
he's
Oh,
trying
you
to
wrote
put
down
him
what we
out.
were writing, what we said? Why don't you run? Why don't you run?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, why don't you run out of there? Like, just let the bomb go off. Who cares?
He was trying to be a hero.
Yeah,
Look how.
heroes get remembered. That's all I'm saying. Because they're dead.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, you get that?
Yeah.
Legends never die, though.
Okay.
Okay. That was a good reference. That if you don't get that one, then you're on your own.
All right.
All right, so the bomb goes off. Boom. We think D'Artagnan is dead because Vadim is plugging his ears. It was weird how the rooms were structured. Like the bomb exploded outward towards the Musketeers, but D'Artagnan was running the other way. It's like it was a big circle.
Well, so he says that the tunnels. Sorry, he says that the tunnels are all connected, and there are a bunch of tunnels. I'm going to assume that there was a second door, or that the bombs were the gunpowder was against the second
the
door.
wall.
So they were behind that wall, and the exit was in the front. I'm drawing a map in the air for those watching.
And those who are listening,
You know what I mean.
You get it.
just picture it in your head. Use your imagination because you're listening
Got
to
it.
audio content. That's what you do best. For the rest of us, we'll watch the video, yo.
Great.
All right, so
It made sense. I was
Totally.
right. Thank you.
Totally.
I got it. Fine. So, in the meantime,
Yes.
our favorite sexy pimp, Milady,
Yeah.
goes and kills Suzette, and we find out that Suzette has the missing pendant
Yeah. Of
Why'd
course.
you have to kill Suzette?
because she deserved to die.
Because Suzette was irrelevant. I'm surprised we even got a name.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
I'm in for that. So she gets killed, and Milady gets the pendant, which she doesn't have, quote unquote, lost it. And then D'Artagnan and Vadim fight in the hallway. But D'Artagnan does some cool, like, magic sleight of hand, like, ooh, now you see me, now you don't.
Because it was dark.
What?
But then you like zoomed out and it wasn't dark, and I was like, who would just lit those if it was dark? Like,
wait,
a
I don't know what's going
second ago?
on. Yeah, I can't. But it was cool. He kept, like, disappearing.
I liked
Like
cool.
a genie.
I liked it.
And
Full
he
circle,
wounds him,
guys.
but
Full
Vadim
circle.
escapes. But he gets out into from the sewers and dies. So what do you think the relevance of the coin in the hand thing was?
I think the coin, I'm going to get real deep here,
Real deep.
reminds Vadim of his childhood.
Okay.
Because he was a servant and he was a peasant. He was a sewer rat and he died coming out of a sewer. That's what they called him, was a sewer rat. And
Right. So where did the coin come from then?
it may have been his first,
He might have stolen it.
the first thing he stole.
It might have been the first thing that he was paid.
Maybe.
Working in the palace.
Yeah.
Maybe.
As well. Or it might have became from his dying parents. Who say you can work hard and earn money. Here's my remaining money.
I like that we're making full backstory.
I like that we are too because it explains a lot about Vadim and his character. And I feel like that coin is relevant or they wouldn't have shown it. I think it's going to show up again.
Yeah, I believe Darty took it.
I think D'Artagnan took it
I
for sure.
am inclined to agree with you on all of that. All the
I think
above.
it's gonna be a little token to have him remember, like, you can't always trust people, like things are not always what it seems they are. He's learning lessons to become a musketeer.
Yeah. What she said.
Absolutely. So I did really think it was kind of cute at the end when they went and they're all apologizing to Bonacieux. And they're like, we're sorry, it was all a plot, and he's not a bad person, and he didn't mean to kiss your wife, and she's not pregnant, you know, yay! Can you ever forgive us? Like, it was cute. They were all, like, lined up, like little kids
What
are in
is
trouble.
he gonna say? He's like the three most experienced musketeers in front of him with like guns and swords. He's gonna be like, no, I don't forgive you.
And I'm going to let him stay in my house
Yeah.
Yep.
with my wife that he has now
He's
kissed.
such a good
Multiple
decision
times.
maker.
He doesn't know about the multiple times.
He's going to see it.
He's
Well,
gonna
no.
learn real
It's
quick
gonna happen
because it's
again.
gonna happen again.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, D'Artagnan goes to his room in this new inn, but there's a flower on his pillow. Did you catch that the flower and the pillow was the same blue flower
Yes.
that
Yes.
was involved in the previous episode?
It's the flower that
Athos.
Athos has in his necklace.
Locket, right.
I want to know more about that backstory between him and her.
I guess I'll have to wait till next week. But
Yes?
go on, keep yelling.
No, we're done.
We're
Let's talk
good.
about the Cardinal some more. Peter Capaldi, we can squeal and giggle like schoolgirls.
Done.
She'll giggle
Easy.
with the Cardinal, I'll giggle with Aramis.
I call dibs on my lady then.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, Mimi McCoy, it's all mine. Meow.
Learn to share. Let's go into predictions.
Hey, it's that time of the show because
knew you were bluffing. I knew he was bluffing.
I'm not bluffing. I'm predicting.
Now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, so we saw the trailers have been like not really trailers. They've been like clips from the rest of the season, and the aspect of like we're getting all kinds of storylines. So it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to say where they're leading with different things. Kate, I want to know what you think's gonna happen next.
Well, like we said, how it ended, the flowers on his pillow with Milady. I want to see what she has in store for D'Artagnan, because, like you said, they got even. But what is she gonna do? Or how is she gonna use them in the future in this plot to like get revenge on Athos or the Musketeers in general? What else? More D'Artagnan bonding with the Musketeers. More bromance.
Yeah.
More bromance.
Yeah.
We need more bromance.
That's what's gonna happen.
Nice.
Yell.
I stand by my statement. I think that Milady and
The Cardinal.
My man.
Ooh.
My lady and my man. They're going to get together, and I'd like to see it.
My lady and my man.
Yeah, that's what I'm calling
I
him.
liked it.
I think Darty, if he doesn't become an official Musketeer within the next few episodes.
2.
2?
Sure.
By the 5th.
Sure. I have no end to that threat. I just would like to see that happen. I also think there's going to be lots more kissing between Darty and Constance.
I think that the Queen and Aramis are going to hook up
Oh, yeah.
in some aspect,
definitely.
and it's going to bite Aramis in the ass.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
For sure.
But I feel like the King's going to find out, but maybe like not do anything about it.
Because he's a
punk.
wimp.
Yeah.
And
He's like
not
scared of Aramis and the Queen.
The Queen is a dreamy pimp.
That's
She
why they're
is.
perfect for each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so cute.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Yael, why don't you tell the fans where they can find out more about you?
The people can find me online at yael.tv. That's yael.tv. And you can find info about the beautiful styling from Siren's Boudoir also on yael.tv. And Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Google Plus at Yael Tygiel. That's YaelTygiel.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kate Aquillano. That's Aquillano.
Thanks for spelling it. That's a difficult one.
It's hard.
Yeah, and as always, you can find me at RyanHooks92 on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat.
Is that Ryan Hooks?
That is RyanHooks. Double O.
It's a tough one.
Yes.
It's really hard.
Yes. As always, that's the place to find me. So, guys, thanks for tuning in to Musketeers Episode 2. Sleight of Hand. We'll catch you next week for that great Episode 3 coming your way.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.
I made 30 jokes and I was thinking about 30 jokes.